Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
The ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta took to social media to air out their grievances the other day. I happened to be, surfing the web, and I saw a few messages from Marlo to Latoya on a reality chat. Follow them on Instagram. You can get all the dates and all that's happening on everything reality. It was fun because I had not seen the episode that just aired, and so when I saw those tweets or Instagram messages, I'm like, oh my god, it must be going down. They oftentimes do this whenever an episode airs and there's a lot of discrepancies, so they come on out and just cuss each other out, and they did just that. Kandi had something to say about the episode. Drew obviously had something to say. She has carried the season, and no surprise there, the reunion has just aired, and we, from the sitting arrangement, Drew got first chair, which is saying a lot. She hasn't had first chair since she premiered, I think, 2 seasons now onto the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So good on her. I guess there's a lot of talking points. Kandi and Kenya sat really far back, which is unusual because she's always first chair. But I don't think she had a lot this season to deliver. It was basically Drew and Marlo carrying the season, this particular season, if I would say. And so I don't understand. Like, there's this particular kiss that was still talking 3 years into it. Marlo has left these women thirsty. He left them high and dry, and they are just thirsty as I cannot imagine that 4 episodes in, we are still trying to uncover who kissed who is telling the truth. And again, I don't understand this. What's the big deal? Admit it, or just let it go. Let's move on. Marlo and Latoya were over there having their own issues. I'm going to put all the messages that I got from Instagram, and thanks to Reality Chat for this particular goss. It was just blown out of proportion. I think they should give it a rest. We're gonna get into the talking point. First things first, let's do some housekeeping. Welcome back to my channel, Poshcateyes Unfiltered, and welcome back to my commentary for reality shows, in particular Real Housewives of Atlanta. For my subbies, I don't think I gained any subscribers this week, which is quite sad and depressing. But I would say this: if you're new here, thank you so much for coming on board. Do not forget to like, share, and comment on my videos. And please share this channel with your friends. For my existing subbies, thank you for staying on. I do appreciate you guys keeping me going. Please, as always, like, comment, and share this channel. With that said, let's get into the commentary that was the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, following the drama that was Bologate or Kissing Gate from episode 12, episode 13 kicked off, it appears it's the holiday seasons over there in Atlanta. Of course, as you know, this was shot a year ago, and the ladies were preparing for the festivities. We could see Marlo and her cousins having a photo shoot in preparation for the festivities. Good on them. The photos look divine. Kandi and family are also making preparations. Sanya and sister are building up their whatever tree, and this is where they kicked off for us in episode 13. As you all know, Sanya and her younger sister are at odds. Her younger sister feels she's been used and abused quite literally. She's now grown and needs to get out of Sanya's nose. Basically, she doesn't want to be Sanya's helper anymore. And Sanya I'm not sure how she's taking to this. It appears she wants the sister to stay. On the other hand, she doesn't want the sister to stay. So it's more like she's sending mixed signals. And things got to a head during the Mommy Nation charity event where the sister had to let her know that she is having a feel about how she's being treated by Sanya. The total disregard and complete disregard is sending her confused, and she needs Sanya to check herself. Well, I guess they came to a resolution, and that is Sanya needs to understand that her sister has grown. You know, she's no longer a baby anymore. They are now looking at moving on from the family situation. They all live together. I don't know how that's gonna last, but we're gonna see how this plays out in seasons or seasons to come. It doesn't look like they're moving this year. Okay, it is still, we are planning to move, but the central idea is she's gonna be leaving, and Sanya now has to, you know, look for another helper, if I should use that word. I think, yeah, assistant slash helper. I don't think she's giving her the right credit or the right pay for what she does, I guess. And so we switch over to Drew. They are all back from Portugal, and Drew is now having to retell the event that was Portugal. Okay, Ralph obviously went to Las Vegas. He looks well rested from under the bosom of another lady, I would say. Anyway, they are trying to rearrange Drew's and Ralph's closet. I don't know, it looks a hot mess, but yeah. And obviously, this is where Drew's saw the opportunity to recount all that happened in Portugal, and obviously the kiss took center stage, and she was like, I don't have to lie about it, there was no kiss. And Kandi was trying to make it seem like I kissed a girl, and she's lying. She's trying to prep me for her movie role that she is supposedly casting me on. I'm like, okay, you superstar girl, they are building a story behind the kiss that happened 3 years ago. Interesting take. And Ralph was like, he didn't really say much. You could see from his facial expressions, he wasn't really interested in the conversation as a whole. I don't even think he wanted to be there. He just, you know, pretended to be listening, I guess, for the paycheck, because it did not look like he was interested. Drew felt, yes, this is something that they're going to be talking about, and she feels like they're talking about her for all the wrong reasons. All right. Now, we know Kandi left quite abruptly, and so Sheree has taken it upon herself. Bone collector is not a name she held for a long time now. We know why, and that is bone collecting. She decided she was going to pop by at Kandi Coded Factory to should I say, give Kandi the rundown of what happened when she left. And of course, you know that Sheree had a conversation with Drew regarding why she felt Kandi feels or Candi's supposedly lying on her. And so, of course, Sheree brought that particular situation and hinted on the fact that Drew thought Kandi was trying to produce or she's producing a storyline based off of her. Kandi didn't take well to that comment. We do not really know what exactly the truth is. Kandi's version of event is the slumber party happened, and the night of slumber party they had a game. This was after production had wrapped, and the game was, you know, have you kissed a girl, or if you have, how far would you go? And Drew was like, no, and then kind of like, but you have. And that was where the whole situation came up, and it got amped up following Marlo's, should I say, recording the situation and sending the clips to Latoya. Marlo feels that she needed to let Latoya know how she's being portrayed or the sort of friend she is taking on. We all know these women are shady. They need to get one up each other, and that's exactly what is happening here. Kandi is hosting an event, and so she's feeling, I do not want this whole situation to take away from my business lunch, but she's going to keep that aside and see what happened, as she has invited everyone, including Latoya. Now we could say, Kandi, you know what you're doing for inviting Latoya, right? You know quite clearly why that is happening. There's no reason behind your invitation. We know that it's more to get or clear the air, if I should use that word. Well, we'll get into that quite very, very soon. First of all, Cynthia Bailey is back. She is back, and we can see her going to Blaze Steak to have lunch with Kandi. Now, if you follow Kandi on YouTube, she has a YouTube channel, Kandi Online. They had the Speak on It that aired a few days ago, where they also had to recap and talk about this particular kiss and situation, because the event that happened 3 years ago was Cynthia's hands, and obviously it was, I mean, Cynthia was like, I wasn't there, so I can't really say for sure that I saw a kiss. And Kandi tried to describe what she saw. It wasn't quite like there was a kiss, deep one. It was just more, they were literally face palming each other. Again, it's now convoluted. There's now a lot of, I don't know, he said, she said, and it's not quite clear exactly what's going on. Kandi and Cynthia had to recap on Cynthia's life. Cynthia is obviously now no longer married to the guy that the hen's night was for. And she didn't want to tell us a lot. She would like to get paid to share her story. That's what it is. Well, Cynthia looks really good. She looks happy as, and obviously she's going to be at the Bedroom Kandi's product. Bedroom Kandi is Kandi's pleasure business. I'm going to use the word pleasure. Whatever you make of it, that's your thing. And so she is launching a new product for her Bedroom Kandi store. And I quite like this particular product. It's a vibrating pitch. It is so good. I like it. I would say I want one for myself, but I think it'll be very expensive and I can't afford it right now. But it did look good from the videos and the products held by the ladies at the launch. Anyway, let's just get right into the party proper. So the event was probably the highlight of episode 13. Before we get into that though, Kenya is now, well and truly planning, or in the final stages of her trying to have a baby via surrogate. So we can see her babysitting her cousin or relative's baby. And how cute is Brooklyn? Brooklyn is just taking it all in. At first she wasn't sure, and now she's like, she wants to be a sister or brother during a diary session, or they don't have their diaries or the personal throwback or commentary of the events behind the scenes. You could see Brooklyn talking about what she wants and what she's gonna do. It was just cute to watch. Good on Kenya. She has done well in raising Brooklyn all by herself. Good on you, mama. You are. So whatever you do in terms of having to have a baby, it's your choice. I hope it's something that you are comfortable with, and we can't wait to see what happens from here. We get into the highlights of the highlight of the episode, and that was the party. Everyone is present. Kandi and her husband Todd, Tanya and Ross, Monyeta and her partner Courtney. Also, Drew came really late. Kenya was an attendant. Marlo and the gang. And of course, we got to see the product. Sherry was there. The product really looks nice. I honestly love this vibrating pitch, like I said. But we were not really there for all of that. We wanted to see how it was going to play out post Portugal, and the girls were again talking about the situation, hinted a few, and Latoya made an appearance, and straight away we saw Drew coming in, and the next thing was Kandi having to have a conversation with Drew and Latoya somewhere upstairs whilst the event was happening downstairs. And Kandi felt Marlo needed to be present because it was also involving her. Marlo came up, but she did not stay 5 seconds. It heated up because Latoya and Drew were like, what? Or Drew wanted to know why she sent the videos. Latoya was like, I felt it was malice for you to do that. And Marlo wasn't having it. She's just like, I sent the video to in your defense, okay, Latoya, and I feel like Drew is lying. She's lying, and I think there's one thing about Marlo. She doesn't like the conflict, or she creates them, but then doesn't stay to finish, and she just walked off. We could see that Latoya wasn't exactly admitting to the kiss, but it was funny when she asked Drew, "Do you think Kandi would lie?" And Drew is like, "No, I don't think Kandi would lie." And I'm like, okay, so what are we getting? So if you don't think, then what is the truth? What is the truth? Because I don't understand. I really don't understand. Now that it's my business too, at this juncture, I cannot tell you who kissed who, or while we are talking about it. But however, there was a kiss, or there maybe not a kiss. We're confused. And it's the same confusion that we ended episode 13 with. We do not know exactly what happened. I guess we're going to uncover all of this at the reunion. But in the meantime, guys, stay safe and stay focused until I come on here to recap on episode 14. Bye, guys, and thank you so much for watching.